morning, you guys. Welcome back to another episode of Sports Runs on Diesel here. And the Clippers find their way back into this series with a 106-92 victory in Game 3 of the Western Conference Finals. Paul George with a little bit of a bounce-back game, even though he still only shot 9 of 26 from the field, 3 of 11 from downtown, 27 points, 15 rebounds, 8 assists. I think it was a little bit more of a bounce-back game for Paul George, but Reggie Jackson coming in as well with 23, and then Zubac coming in the background with 15 points, 16 rebounds for the Clippers. And I think the key difference in this ball game was installing Terrence Mann into the starting lineup. And while he's guarding Chris Paul and wreaking havoc on him, Patrick Beverley is all he's doing is fronting Devin Booker so he can't get the ball, and he's getting under his skin. And you saw it in last night's game. Devin Booker is constantly going to the refs, complaining. He's grabbing my jersey, blah, blah, blah. And I believe Patrick Beverley's getting under the skin of Devin Booker, but Devin Booker has got to start playing like, okay, I can't go to the refs and expect to get a call every single time. He has to play with the mentality of, okay, if they're not going to call anything, like, you got to keep playing, you got to keep moving forward in order for your team to have success. If you're going to sit and complain to the refs all day, that means you're not going to get back on defense. That means you're half-heartedly playing and you're not putting forth a full effort. But that's the other side of the story here with the Phoenix Suns. DeAndre Ayton was the guy for them. Team high, 18 points, 9 rebounds. And I'll get to this a little bit later, but the man needs to get some more touches because Clippers obviously do not have an answer for him big man-wise. But Chris Paul, first game back, we expected him to be rusty. 15 points on 5 of 19 shooting. I think it was 1 of 7 from downtown. Him and Booker combined for 10 for 40 from the field. And that's a credit to Terrence Mann and Patrick Beverley, who just are wreaking havoc, getting under the skin, particularly of Devin Booker. And it was a total team effort in terms of shutting down Devin Booker. And we kind of expected Chris Paul to be rusty. His first game back in a little over a week, so we expected him to be rusty. But, 15 points, 12 assists. His form will be better as the series progresses here, as he gets back into game shape. So, but when we look to Game 4 on Saturday night at 9 o'clock on ESPN, DeAndre Ayton, the first adjustment that needs to happen is DeAndre Ayton needs to have more touches. If this guy doesn't have more touches, the offense should really be running through him, and then Booker could come running around backdoor screens and stuff. And because Ayton is a willing passer as well as interior force for the Phoenix Suns. And Chris Paul, Chris Paul's vision. Chris Paul's vision is impeccable. And he'll find Ayton, but they got to run pick and rolls for Ayton too, because that's how they were successful in Game 1 and Game 2. They were running pick and rolls with Booker, with DeAndre Ayton. Booker's either going to hit the mid-range shot or he's going to find Ayton, who's rolling to the rim for either a layup or a dunk, because the Clippers' small ball lineup is nothing like, or guys like Zubac and DeMarcus Cousins, who's a shell of himself since the Achilles tear injury. They are not agile as DeAndre Ayton is. So DeAndre Ayton needs to have more touches. And then obviously you heard what I said earlier about Devin Booker. He needs to play with some confidence. And I know it's going to be hard to play with confidence when Patrick Beverley is trying to get under your skin, but he's going to have a bounce-back game here in Game 4, or it's going to be more of the Clippers' defense. It's not textbook defense the way they're playing Devin Booker and the way they're playing defense 5-on-5. There's no space. And, it's not textbook defense, but it's worked, at least here in Game 3. We'll see what happens in Game 4. And then also, do not forget about Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals between Atlanta and Milwaukee. Obviously, Atlanta stole Game 1 there. They've already done their part on the road. But if they take a 2-0 series lead, Milwaukee's going to be in some trouble because Atlanta is playing fearless, Trae Young is playing like incredible. It's like he's going on one of those playoff runs that could go down in playoff history the way he's been playing. And that is Friday night at 8:30 on TNT. Obviously, like I said in yesterday's video, we need to see more from Chris Middleton. He's got to have a better shooting night than the 15-point performance he had in game one. And obviously, the big $1 million question is, can they slow down Trae Young with the likes of Drew Holiday, PJ Tucker? And I put Dante DiVincenzo in there because he is a solid defender. But all three of these guys are taller than Trae Young. And Trae Young is running around them like a squirrel who is looking for his lost snot. That can't happen with Milwaukee, especially with the defensive paralysis mind of Mike Budenholzer. And Milwaukee, like I said, Milwaukee's been a top 5 defensive team for quite a while now, for the last few seasons. And to just see Trae Young just go off on him, get his teammates involved like Herter, Gallinari, John Collins, Clint Capella, getting the other guys involved is what's made this Atlanta Hawks team so successful, even though the offense is really being run through Trae Young. But it's like he's shooting up logo shots. He turned around Drew Holiday. I mean, like, Drew Holiday is one of our better one-on-one defenders, and he turned him around and shimmied and then hit the 3-point shot. I'm just like, this kid is just putting on an absolute show. But can they slow him down? Can Milwaukee slow him down here in game 2? Obviously, they're going to make the proper adjustments that they think they might need to slow down Trae Young. But thank you guys again so much for your time. If you haven't already, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that, because more than 90% of you do not like or do not subscribe to the channel. But it would be an absolute honor and privilege if you guys would do that for me. Thank you guys again so much. I will see you guys all in the next one. Deuces.